We're starting this vlog today at Little India and we're busy rushing to one of the temples because it closes in the next 10 minutes. We have just made it to the temple and it closes at 12 or 12:15. Online resources are up and down, but I'm not going to try to pronounce this name. I'm going to really massacre it.
So when you guys get to the temple, make sure you guys are dressed appropriately. Basically no shorts, or you have to cover your knees. And for ladies, you have to cover your shoulders and your knees if you guys are wearing a dress. If you forgot or if you didn't know like us, they do have a box on the side that actually has clothes there that you can just take from there and then you can put it on, and then when you come out you can put it back in the box.
The temple behind me was actually built by pioneering Indians who migrated here to Singapore for work and living, and inside they actually built this in the late 17th century, early 18th century. So it's one of the oldest Hindu temples here in Singapore.
We're now on our way to Niah house.
It's supposed to be really picturesque. This vibrant, colorful beauty of a house behind me is the Teng Niah house. So basically this house represents one of the last Chinese villas here that's still based in Little India. Previously there was a whole bunch of them, and this one was actually owned by Teng Niah. He was a businessman that sold rubber and sugar cane. But what's so profound is that it is the last one, and in the 20th century, due to social economic development, this whole area was previously Chinese but it's now turned into our Little India.
Lambs, what are we doing?
We're ordering curry. I love curry, so I'm so happy we made it to Little India. We ordered mutton masala. It's very good. It's a bit spicy, so I don't know how we're gonna get through the whole thing, but it's really good.
The stuff is spicy, it's quite chilly. The first few bites were okay, and then my mouth is burning and my nose is running. But this whole plate is actually a really big plate. It was only 7 Sing. It's actually quite affordable. And what we got was the mutton masala with rice, and it came with an egg as well. It definitely doesn't feel like we're in Singapore. It actually feels like we got transported to India. It's really, really cool, this place. So yeah, it's definitely come visit here and try some of the food here.
Delicious and massive.
Just a little bit spicy for us, and I don't think you could have ordered, like normally when we go to a restaurant we can order like medium, mild or hot or something.
It comes in one spice.
Yeah, one size fits all.
Hot.
But really, really good though. We just walked into a random building because it's so hot outside. We just came in to cool ourselves down.
We're using the free aircon.
We're a little bit tired at the moment, so we don't think we're going to go to Marina Bay or the Gardens by the Bay today. So we're probably either going to go back home and just get some work done, or we're going to go to Chinatown, or we are not sure. We'll update you once we know. So I've convinced Tams to keep pushing on because we're not sure how many days we've got here, and like we don't want to have the same situation we had in Philippines where we were so tired we went home, and then in the end we actually regret not doing everything that we wanted to do. So we're gonna go through to Chinatown today, check that out, and show you guys around.
We have just made it to the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, and from the outside it's absolutely stunning. It really stands out in contrast to the rest of the area when you're just coming past. Can't wait to go inside. Apparently there's 4 different levels and entry is free. My shoulders were showing and so were my knees, but what's great is they provide for you cost-free skirts and shawls to cover your shoulders so you can be respectful while you're here in the temple.
We're dressed and ready to go inside. This place is
stunning.
Absolutely amazing. I can't believe it's actually free to enter here because it's so well maintained.
Yes.
So I would have expected to pay something. Definitely come and visit this place, especially to have a look at the Buddha Tooth Relic. But also don't forget to make your way up to the top by the gardens here.
Because the lift only takes you to the 4th floor, so you must take the stairs to the 1st floor, and that's very often missed.
Yeah.
And then don't forget to try come on a Saturday if you want a guided tour. For English it's every Saturday and only certain Saturdays for Mandarin.
And that's also free, but we'll leave the link below so that you guys can actually register and book your place online, because I think you do have to book online before you actually come here on Saturday. So behind me is actually what they call the Buddha prayer wheel, and it's said that they've put a scripture inside. Every turn of the wheel represents a single recital of a scripture or mantra. The wheel is kind of like a convenient way for people to recite the sutra, so that's what this is for. So while we're making our way down the stairs, we actually saw there was a mezzanine level. On the mezzanine level, it looks really beautiful here. You can actually see the 1st floor. It's a much better view, and also on the mezzanine level there's also life-size like monks that they've created. It looks really, really real, so definitely don't miss it. And yeah, we're gonna walk around here and then see what we can find here.
We found another hidden room. On the mezzanine level was the wax museum where we saw the monks, and if you keep walking you'll find a little corner. It says ancestral hall, and you'll find this golden gorgeous beauty behind me. This place is just like a hidden maze. You never know what you'll find next.
We just finished walking around the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple.
And it was absolutely phenomenal. It was so beautiful, exquisite, the detailing. And let's not forget how stunning was that rooftop. But right now Nick and I are absolutely famished, but we're so grateful that the Maxwell Food Center is just across the road, so we're gonna go grab some food. We're trying out one of the famous places for Hainanese chicken, Tian Tian Hainanese chicken. We're getting the steam one since it is the most traditional. It's supposed to be really good. I can't wait to dig in. That chicken is so tender. It like literally just like kind of melts in my mouth, and the sauce is nice. I think they said it's like a soy sauce on the steamed chicken, because you know when you like get steamed chicken it can sometimes be dry, but this one, no, this one's really good. What do you think?
So it's really, really good. That's, like Tam says, it's very succulent. The rice is very different, and I think the reason why is because apparently Hainanese chicken and rice, the rice is actually cooked in the broth of the chicken. So that's the reason why the rice tastes so good. So it's definitely a dish that we really, really recommend. If you want to get a medium one, the medium one is like the one that we got, which is 6 sing. A large, I think, was 7.
It was 8.5, I think.
8.5, and then a small, you can't get a small if you're ordering the steamed one. You can only get a small if you're ordering another
It's a roast chicken.
roast chicken. So yeah, rather go for the medium one. It's not that big, and you can definitely share this and then get something else afterwards. Tams is just going to get us some more food. I think she's going to get char siu because that's what she really liked the other day. What we had the other day was really good, so I'm not sure if this will top it. Hopefully it's just as good or better.
How many days here, Singapore?
1 week.
1 week.
Yes.
Today is day. Today day what?
Today's day 3.
Day 3. Sorry for the rice.
Oh, okay.
I don't know you like it.
I think
If
okay.
it's okay, then you
You mix it with the rice. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Tams is back with the char siu and pork belly.
So delicious.
It looks really good. We'll let you guys know how it tastes now. Tams, you first. Seems like it's good.
The meat is so sweet, sticky char siu flavor, and it's soft and tender. It almost just melts in my mouth. It's so delicious. And this is like the best char siu I think I've ever had.
Let me try.
And it was so nice. I ordered char siu rice, and he actually gave us the pork belly for free, just because he says we've come from so far, and he wanted to treat us and make us feel special here. So firstly, the boss is amazing, very sweet. The portions are great, and it tastes delicious.
I just had a taste now. It tastes really good. It tastes way better than the one we had last time. This one actually melts in your mouth, like Sam said. The one we had the other day was really good, but it tasted like normal char siu that you'll be able to find anywhere probably around the world. Maybe a little bit better than what we found in South Africa.
Yeah.
But this one is like on another level. Definitely come and try it here at Maxwell Food Market because wow,
Delicious.
this is amazing. We forgot to mention that the char siu and rice and pork belly is only $3.50 for this whole portion, so it's actually a really good portion size. I mean, if you're deciding between the Hainese chicken or this, or you're on a budget, I would recommend to go for this. If you don't really care, then I guess you try both. We're just about done eating the char siu and rice with pork belly. It's really good. Like,
Phenomenal.
yeah, Sam's even storing some for later. We're gonna go get a drink now because I'm quite thirsty. I think we're gonna try the sugar cane again because last time when we had it was really good. So I think we'll get another one today. We've just got our drink and it's about finished. It's really good. I definitely recommend that you try it. I know why people recommend it to us.
We just forgot to mention that this was $1.50, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just us assuming so, but it seems like the Maxwell Food Center is relatively cheaper and the quality of food is like on point. So if you're a budget traveler looking for good food, I would personally suggest it.
We're now going to walk around and see what else we can find here. I think we're going to go to Pagoda Street and maybe Chinatown complex to find some other treats and desserts. We've just made it here at Chinatown and we're ready to go get some food, but before we did that, we actually stopped here at People's Parks complex to find a money exchange. And there's actually a lot of money exchanges around, but we chose the one with the longest line because we thought maybe that's the best exchange rate, which was a little bit better than the one that we got at the airport.
When you exit People Parks complex, look for a red overhanging bridge that goes across the street, and that actually directly enters you into the food court of Chinatown complex, and we're headed there to go find some desserts. Yay! We just got ourselves some Tang. So basically it is a glutinous rice bowl with a filling inside, and this one has got hongdo, so it's a red bean filling.
And then the other two that we got was peanut and sesame, because those are our two favorite flavors that we have back home.
And
so
this is amazing. The almond milk. So normally in South Africa we have the peanut soup, which is what the shop's famous for, but Nick's mom makes it for us all the time. So we're trying the almond milk, and it's so fragrant, so flavorful. This is what it looks like inside. This one's the peanut one. So it's got little pieces and also kind of like a peanut butter consistency, wrapped in glutinous rice. Oh, it's so delicious. I had to get the last dribbles but it just seemed to just run away from me. It just wasn't meant to be, but it was definitely worth it.
Just got our egg tart. It costed 2 sing, so it was quite pricey, so I really hope it's much better than South Africa's one. It looks a lot bigger, so Tams will give us a taster and then she'll let us know, but that's good.
So the outside is soft and flaky and buttery. The inside is like got this custard inside that just like melts in your mouth. It's really delicious. What about you?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot better than South Africa's one, so I would highly recommend you try it at this Hong Kong pastry shop, because I think these guys are well known for that. I'm not sure. We actually couldn't find any other shop that sold the dantas, so we actually walked around for quite a while, and eventually we walked across this shop and we just bought it here. This is definitely going to be the last treat for today. This was not supposed to be a food vlog. We just happened to eat a lot today while we were in Chinatown, so I think we had a lot on our food list that we wanted to tick off. And this was one of the main things, and it definitely didn't disappoint. It's definitely worth it if you.
And it's raining.
If it's the first time you try it. So it's raining right now, so we're gonna run home, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.